So I started gymnastics when I was about 5 or 6 years old. I was in elementary school at the time, and I had a friend of mine that had just started it with a brand new company in the area. So she encouraged me to go and try it, one, to just be in the class with her, and then two, just to get more students in this new company. So I went, and it, as I said, was very new, so there was not much equipment, and it was actually in a very tiny church. It was run by a woman named Heather Arnold, so she started it all on her own, with her own funds. It had kind of been a dream of hers for a long time. So I was one of the first students to ever do gymnastics with this company, despite how small it was, and then stayed with it. So I ended up doing gymnastics for about 10 years. So I trained and competed and moved through the levels of gymnastics for 10 years, and then after that I coached with the same gymnastics company for a few years. And I think there's a lot of reasons why I ended up staying in it so long. One, because it became a habit. It just becomes a part of your schedule because you have to dedicate so much time to gymnastics because it's a very intense sport. So I would go to school and then go to practice for 4 hours every day right afterwards. So it became just like a central part of my life, kind of like a habit. And also I was very passionate about it. I think that grew over time because gymnastics can be very frustrating too. But I was very passionate about it too, and I wanted to be there. So another reason I ended up staying with it for so long was definitely because of the people there, whether it was my coaches or my gymnastics teammates. They kind of ended up becoming a family, not just friends. You're with these girls for so long, and our coaches for so long, during the day, over and over again during the week. So you just spend a lot of time together. And it worked out that a lot of these girls ended up becoming my best friends, and the coaches were my mentors. It was kind of a place away from difficulties at school with friends. I could always go to gymnastics practice and just focus on my training and also have a good time with my friends. My best experiences with gymnastics would definitely involve either the people or the actual competitions. So hanging out with my gymnastics teammates outside of practice was always a lot of fun. I always enjoyed that. We would have sleepovers outside of practice. We would have like team picnics with our team. Those ended up being some of the best memories. Now, of course, great memories come within gymnastics too, but being able to have those friendships outside of it gave me such good memories with gymnastics. And then also the competition was easily the best part of doing gymnastics. You work hard, you train hard, and it all has to be for something. So you finally get to show your training at competition, and when you compete well and you do well, it feels as though your training and all your hard work has mattered and it means something. So whenever a meet went really well for me, I always remember that. I can remember standing on the podium and receiving my medals and just feeling so satisfied and confident in what I was doing. In the same way, the worst experiences would come in competitions too, when your hard work didn't exactly turn out the way that you had hoped. So sometimes I'd fall on beam at competitions, or I wouldn't show routine as well as I wanted to. Little things like that would end up amounting to not placing or not even just reaching the goals that you had wanted to before the competition. It just doesn't end up how you want it to be, and that can be really frustrating. So while we trained, they would also try to do things to develop our character and who we are as people. And that would include sitting us down like once a week and just talking about our goals, or we'd have to learn a trait for the week and see how we could apply in our training. So they talked to us about patience, or they talked to us about endurance, or they talked to us about teamwork. So we'd apply that in our gymnastics, but then I ended up taking that outside of the gym and using it in real life, and it definitely influenced and affected who I am today. So I feel like I learned all these valuable lessons and traits that I wanted to have in gymnastics, but was able to apply them outside of that, just in my regular life, and that became so important. I would 100% say with certainty that I would not be the person I am today without gymnastics.